Unique New York. I was for real doing that. Like I looked up a YouTube video for podcast vocal warm-ups.
Yeah, they're a little bit different than musical vocal warm-ups,
Yeah.
but still important nonetheless. Maggie made me mash my M&Ms. That was always the one that I liked, but there's so many.
So Jordan, how was Denver?
Oh man, Denver was fucking fire, man. It was great, dude. Just going out there and spending some time out there. Obviously, it was a little bit cooler.
How long were you out there?
Just for like a week.
Oh, okay.
Saturday, yeah. I was out there for work. You know what it is, but
yeah.
But yeah, I was like super determined. I'm like, I asked for a late flight on Saturday so that I could like do some dope shit out there because my birthday's on Tuesday, so it's gonna be August 25th, by the way.
Yeah, you're gonna be 27 now.
Oh man, I'm dying.
I know. Welcome.
Basically dead.
Yeah, look at Devin.
Yeah, that's the beginning of the end, though. Is 27 is when you start to feel it. 27
yeah, that's
is
when
really,
your eyes start to change and you start realizing you need glasses.
Your eyes start to dry up and you start to your weird things start happening with your stomach. That's what when 27 was like when I realized that was starting to happen to me.
27 is when I was like, I think I need to get glasses to drive.
Yeah. It's also apparently, I mean, this is like a well-known thing, but it's also apparently when your body starts to like give out to like drinking and drugs, like the 27 Club, like all the rock stars who have died at.
Really?
Wait, what?
Yeah, you never heard of the 27 Club?
Well, no, I've heard of the 27 Club, but that's just because of, because, I don't know, I didn't know that was when you're like more susceptible to doing drugs and drinking.
Well, it's just when your body's apparently like, I mean, it's all speculation, but that's the point where your body can't handle it anymore and people start, but.
Yeah, also, Kurt Cobain was killed.
Yeah. I think that happened to me like late 25, bro. So, yeah.
Well, wait till Tuesday comes. Because...
Did you just say Kurt Cobain was killed?
Yeah, he was killed.
You're one of those guys? We're going to
We're
going to dive into this on our Taco Bell podcast.
He was killed. That is a well-known fact that he was killed. He did not kill himself.
Would you read that from a QAnon or something? Or that's a conspiracy theory if I've ever heard one. But
Alex
not like
told me.
Wow, awesome. Tell him to go fuck himself. This QAnon shit is crazy though, man. Like it's so dumb. It's so unbelievably dumb. I do not understand.
Yeah, it's fucking dumb House of Cards. Yes. Who said that? Who said it was dumb House of Cards? There was one comic that said it's dumb House of Cards, and I believe that wholeheartedly. That it is just dumb people doing dumb shit in the open. And it's amazing.
Let's talk about things that make us happy.
Oh, well, I will say this, Denver. When I was in Denver, dude, I did go whitewater rafting, and it was sick, bro. So
what's sick about whitewater? Why can't I? For some reason, I can't say two W's back to back. Whitewater rafting.
There's those vocal exercises.
Yeah, those right there, baby.
Whitewater rafting. Whitewater rafting.
No, dude.
White man goes whitewater rafting.
It's just like, I don't know, man. Like, there's nothing like creating memories, And so when you do something like exhilarating and you like really imprint a memory, it usually takes quite a bit of emotion. And so like I like to do like some fucking exhilarating stuff, on my birthday and like really create some kick-ass memories. So
that's why I always remember my birthdays, because they're sad.
You want to hear my memory of whitewater rafting?
Yeah, please.
Whitewater rafting was the closest, and this is not bullshit, the closest I've ever gotten in my life to dying. Was on Class 5 rapids on a high school trip where I fell out of the boat, and my teacher, totally serious, my teacher had to fucking, I'll never forget it, Tim Bonus, my teacher, wherever you are, Tim Bonus, he jumped in, fucking saved my life, and they never went on it again. After that, the school never went on.
Oh, thanks, Devin. Again. You ruined it for everyone.
You suck.
Yeah.
You ruined it for everyone.
Yeah, I did.
Now
I'm sorry, all those generations after me that did not get to go to that water rafting trip in Maine.
All you pioneers who can't go pioneering.
Yeah, it was fun, dude. It was lighter than the like fives and stuff, but it was a good time, and like I want to do something unique. So it was fun. I'm glad I
Lighter
went.
than fives, bro?
Yeah, it was the newest.
I don't know what that means. What does that mean, lighter
What
than
the
fives?
scale- they-
Only whitewater rafting I've been on is to SeaWorld. And I've been to all 3 SeaWorlds, okay? I've been to all 3 SeaWorlds. I am cultured.
Listen, the rapids they the scale is 0 to 7. So yeah, so 5's getting up there.
Oh, so SeaWorlds would easily be 7, right?
Easy.
Wait.
Well,
What 3 SeaWorlds are there? There's one in San Diego.
there's San Diego, San Antonio, and Orlando. And the funny thing about the Orlando one is I watched Blackfish like on the plane, and I was like, "Ooh, I cannot wait to see Tilla come." You know what I mean? Like
Oh
I
my
just want
God.
to see someone get got.
That's like how I felt watching Super Size Me. Like when I watched Super Size Me for the first time, I was like, oh man, I need to get me a fucking Big Mac.
I need to supersize that shit.
Yeah, I was like, that looks so good.
Well, let's go ahead and start the show.
This week's episode of the Cheesy Gordita Bunch is brought to you by our good friends at the Chingon Taco Truck in North Adams, Massachusetts. Slinging the best tacos in the region, make sure you stop by Mass Mocha Campus Courtyard B, Tuesday through Thursday from 12 to 8 and Fridays from 4 to 10. For good friends, good times, and of course, good tacos. Be safe, wear a mask. Cool.
Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Nick Ortiz. With me, as always, my co-host, Devin Hanley, and of course, the third cheese in this 3-cheese blend, Jordan Cravings Krennic. What up, y'all?
Jordan is already got the best like alter egos on the show in 3 episodes, and now the 3-cheese blend, the best cheese blend in Taco Bell's like catalog. Man, Jordan,
Yeah.
you are up on some shit, man.
Without him, we would only be 2 cheeses, and that's easily not as great.
Yeah. But I the other 2 cheeses are absolutely essential. Without them, I'm nothing.
There wouldn't be 3 cheeses.
I don't even consider myself to be I wouldn't even be a cheese. I would be some sort of like creamy sauce. That's what I like.
Oh, like nacho cheese sauce?
No, not cheese.
Maybe maybe a salsa verde sauce.
Ooh, that's not creamy. All right,
Yeah.
we're talking like spicy avocado.
Spicy,
Okay.
exactly. I'm talking about avocado ranch, some Baja sauce, something real slick and creamy.
Okay, that's fair. So today we are actually talking about friendship, and more specifically, the friendship between humongous corporations who are basically under this one big umbrella. So you know what that means. We are talking Big Belle, Mountain Dew, and Doritos,
The big
and of
3.
course, all of them owned by Pepsi.
The big 3. I'm going to say this right now. I am so excited for today's episode. I think I can confidently say that so far, this is probably our biggest episode as far as like kind of tapping into Belle culture.
Yeah.
And really, getting kind of into the nitty gritty of what Taco Bell is all about, which everybody knows is the Doritos and Mountain Dew partnership.
Hell yes, that is such a good way to put that. And the source for today's episode, of course, is the first time we've used it. It's the tacobell.com. It's the actual website, and some articles from Business Insiders. But now, this just in.
Live from the Cheesy Gordita Bunch newsroom in Austin, Texas, this is Talk O' the Town with your hosts, Jordan, Nick, and Devin.
So welcome to Talk of the Town, the Cheesy Gordita Bunch News Center. And our first story is actually about 2 new items that Taco Bell has been testing. So back in July, it was confirmed that Taco Bell would be getting rid of some of the most beloved items, to say the least, just so they can streamline the process through the drive-thru. And of course, Bell Nation was bummed. But Big Bell, they were listening. And what they did is they wanted to fill those voids that the potato items were leaving, and they've introduced a new taco and some wings. So that taco is called the Cantina Crispy Melt. And, thinking outside the bun, Taco Bell started testing the crispy chicken wings, which sounds pretty interesting to say the least.
I wanted to say, yeah, like I'm kind of excited about these two things, to be honest with you. At first, when I heard chicken wings, I'm like, fucking stay in your lane, Taco Bell. Like, I'm like, yo, chill out. But I don't know, man. They could be really good. What does it have, like a Mexican like flavor or something like that? What is the?
Yeah, so what they are is they're bone-in wings, which are arguably the best because any other type of wing that has no bones in it is a chicken nugget. So
it's a glorified chicken nugget. That's what I'll say.
Yeah.
It's a chicken nugget masquerading as a wing.
Wholeheartedly. So they're testing these wings, and what they are is they're a 5-piece wing. They are seasoned with a bold, quote-unquote, Mexican flavor, whatever that means, and it comes with a side of spicy ranch. And that's actually being tested in Fullerton, California right now. Apparently, it's a big hit. There's some YouTube videos out there, people reviewing them, and they are loved.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm excited. I think that they like this. This could be pretty good. I mean, but I mean, if I could go to Taco Bell and get some cravings wings and and some nacho cheese fries, bro. Goodbye, pluckers.
See, I'm not as optimistic.
Oh, that's bold. Goodbye, pluckers. Wow.
I'm not as optimistic as Jordan. I think that it could go one or two ways. I think it's either going to be really, really good or really, really bad. Like that's how I see it happening.
Yes, that's generally how things work.
Yeah,
especially Taco Bell.
In my mind's eye, I'm having a hard time picturing like what it will actually look like. That's because a wing has like the entire kind of like shape of a chicken, it came off of a chicken, whereas I'm not sure that Taco Bell's chicken would actually look like a real chicken.
So what you're saying is they had taken nugget paste, threw a bone in the middle of it, and then made it shaped into a chicken wing, and then threw that bad boy in some Mexican seasoning, and it's calling it a chicken wing.
Yeah, no, exactly. They took the bone and they wrapped the flesh around it like
Play-Doh on a stick.
like Liam Neeson in the movie Dark Man. Have you ever seen Dark Man?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I haven't seen Dark Man.
Okay,
it sounds funny.
Yeah. That's what it reminded me of. That's what it reminds me of.
I mean, here's the thing. If you last like bad wings I had were
from McDonald's?
No, it was Domino's. I went to Domino's and we ordered like some for the Super Bowls earlier this year, and those wings were total fucking trash. And I really like Domino's, but the batter and it was like squishy the entire.
Yeah.
Like, the texture was terrible.
So surprising because Domino's is one of the best sandwiches in the country. You know what I mean?
Totally correct. I mean, they are gourmet, top-notch sandwich place, and here we are, and they can't make a fucking good wing. So if the wings come out like that, trash, right? Like if the outside, like the batter and everything, like the layer on the outside isn't crispy or flaky, or it's like it'll be crap.
Well,
but from what the pictures I've seen of them, they look crispy. They look like
I was gonna say
they don't have like that flat, flubbery, like fleshy, fatty kind of layer on the wing. So it looks like
it's clear that they're not using Tyson chickens. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because I feel like Tyson chickens, they're always like deformed or they have like these weird like knots on them. I don't know. They're gross. But that's actually not the only thing that's gonna have a completely different flavor profile. So they're adding Taco Bell, Big Bell. They're adding a brand new taco called the Cantina Crispy Melt, and it's currently being tested in the Detroit area. But it's notably different from every other taco because it's actually made with fried white corn tortillas, as opposed to the traditional yellow corn hard shell tortillas. Like they're actually frying them, pretty similar to the Jack in the Box taco.
Okay.
Oh, can we just pause for a second on how terrible those tacos look? Like, You talk about
Yes.
you talk about a catfish. Good God, disrespectful. Like that's it's so wrong that they would continue to even market them the way they do because we all know what they look like, and it's
Yes, yeah. They
Yeah.
look like cat food fried in some tortillas.
but nonetheless,
maybe the
absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious.
maybe the Cantina crispy taco was only invented to make the wings look better. Like
Oh
when you
shit!
put the two of them next to each other. I mean, I agree with you, Jordan. Like it is not a beautiful taco. I'm looking at a picture of it right now. It is definitely not like an artisanal taco. It does not look beautiful.
I mean, it literally looks like it's going to make you sick.
Yeah, no, that is the perfect recipe for the Bee Gees right there.
Now you're gonna be walking away with a belly ache, as Devin calls it.
Ooh, a belly ache. Yes. But again, that's another item that's being well received in the Detroit area. So, Michigan, we're looking at you. We're hoping you have, Bell Nation's best interest in mind.
When you compared it to the taco, to the Jack in the Box taco, though, my ears kind of perked up then because I actually love the Jack in the Box.
Yeah, they're
I
amazing.
love those tacos.
They're delicious.
Yeah.
So if this is similar to that, I will definitely try that.
This one. I think this is gonna be good too. Anything with crispy and melty in it? No, come on, Simon.
Yeah. I mean, you're totally right. Like those two textures actually do balance out each other pretty well. Like
Yeah,
crispy
yeah.
and
It's the reason why
melty.
nachos are so popular.
Yeah. It's a
I
good
love
combo.
nachos.
So yeah, hopefully they hit the nation, Bell Nation soon. But of course, again, they are being tested right now. The wings in Fullerton, California, and the Cantina Crispy Melt in Detroit, Michigan. So we are looking to you. Do us the best thing, be good to us. Be good to our tummies.
I wonder how Taco Bell chooses their test markets. Like, I wonder how
They fucking close their eyes and throw a dart at the map.
Yeah, I don't know, man. No offense to my people in Detroit. I'm just trying to figure out like what are we doing up there? Do you have to sign up and then they do a raffle, And
No.
Detroit, woo,
So hopefully it comes to us soon. And yeah, so that's it for Talk of the Town.
I would like to say, like, this week we really wanted to do this news segment, and it's really weird because you can find Taco Bell news almost every day.
Every single day, bro. It's crazy.
If you Google Taco Bell news any day, there is like a hot new story trending most of the time.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So, so again, we're talking about friendship, and we were talking about the friendships between Big Bell, Mountain Dew, and Doritos. But first, we're going to go ahead and start with the history of Taco Bell. One thing you'll see is eventually all of these companies are bought by Pepsi. So let's just jump into it. So before Taco Bell had officially started, Glen Bell started with Bell's Drive-In. And this is something we'll probably, go a little bit further into another episode. I just wanted to give a brief history. He started with Bell's Drive-In and then Taco Tia's in San Bernardino, California. Now, Bell's Drive-In was a typical, 1950s hamburger hut. They sold hamburgers, hot dogs, and they actually developed a chili sauce there that would eventually become the taco sauce. Now, if you recall in the last episode, we said that McDonald's was number one. And that was actually Glen Bell's biggest competition at the time, those McDonald Bell nerds,
Mm-hmm.
McDonald Bell, those fucking McDonald brother nerds. So he introduced the taco, or as they called it in California, the taco.
Why did they call it a takeout?
I don't know.
Fucking-
white people.
Fucking California.
Yeah, I mean,
Both of them.
so bad.
And
Yes.
I had no idea that's really cool that Taco Bell. I had no idea that the Bell in Taco Bell actually came from the owner. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he is the original Big Bell.
Pioneer, king among
Yeah.
king among men. One thing I want to say, it took two motherfuckers to start McDonald's. Taco Bell, one man, one man's vision. To me, that's much more impressive.
So in 1962, Glen Bell opened his first Taco Bell in Downey, California, and 2 years later, he franchised it out to a retired LAPD officer named Kermit Becky. And then 3 years after that, Big Bell was celebrating its 100th store. And then one solid year after that, they expanded to the East Coast, opening up a store in Springfield, Ohio. So I think that's probably where where they're testing. You know what I mean? Like they're like, oh, let's test shit in Ohio. You know what I mean? Because that's like around where the first store in the East Coast was. You know?
Yeah. I know that we talked shit about Ohio in the last episode, but I don't care. I'm going to do it again. Springfield, Ohio, that seems like a place where a fast food test could be done with a lot of success.
Yeah. So really Big Bell was a hit. Taco Bell was humongous. And, in 1978, Glen Bell, he sold all 868 stores or restaurants, whatever you want to call them, to PepsiCo and became a shareholder.
Oh, Glenn.
Yeah, sold out.
That's my one bone to pick with Taco Bell, or actually not the only bone I have to pick. I was
going to say, I like how every episode you're like, I have one bone to pick with Taco Bell.
My bone to pick at this moment is like, why Pepsi? I mean, come on. I personally like the Mountain Dew, all of the Mountain Dew products aside, like Pepsi to me just is such an inferior soda.
It's not even. It is not as good as Coca-Cola.
Yeah,
I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the only difference is like they have really good root beer, but like that's really it.
Those are big facts. Yeah, they do have some good root beer.
Mug, right? The mug root beer.
Do they? I thought they made. I thought they made A&W.
Yeah. I know that Barks is Coca-Cola. I know that Barks, which is my favorite root beer, best root beer. Barks
is great. Barks is great. I mean, to be honest, root beer overall is fucking banging.
Yeah, I was gonna say root beer. You can't go wrong.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel you. Like I'm with you on the Pepsi thing. Like I don't know. Maybe it's hard to say. Maybe there was just like some really nice people over there or something.
Yeah, I just like the second.
Could you imagine Glen Bell's like, these guys are really nice. I'm gonna sell my company to them.
or you know what? It was just like who knows like what he was going through in his life. Maybe he just fucking needed some cash, bro. And like he was fucking ball out. He was like, here's a subpar offer. He's like, I'll take it.
I'll take anything. So now I think we should just go ahead and dive on into Pepsi since we've been talking so much shit. Now, Pepsi was first known as Brad's Drink, and it was started in New Bern, North Carolina in 1893.
Pause there. Who the fuck is Brad? All right.
I don't know, but that was the best choice that they'd ever made, was changing it to from fucking Brad's Drink.
I would never drink Brad's Drink. Get the fuck out of here.
Imagine if Pepsi like never changed their name, and then like everything that was like now branded by Pepsi just said Brad's Drink on it.
Oh, that is, I guess the best thing that Pepsi did besides buying Taco Bell is change their name from fucking Brad's Drink to Pepsi.
Oh God.
So, and actually on that, in 1898, it was renamed Pepsi Cola, and Pepsi derives from the Greek word pepsis. So what it means digestion, and the cola part comes from the cola nut. So it was marketed as a drink that helped with digestion and boosted energy. But sadly,
what a bunch of bullshit that was.
I was going to say, it wasn't even made with any of the good stuff. You know what I mean? Like, at least Coca-Cola back then had cocaine in it. So the big thing that happened for Pepsi is during the Great Depression, it got popular because instead of selling the 6.5 ounce like bottles, they started serving 12 ounce bottles. So with that, they also created a radio advertising campaign featuring the popular jingle, Nickel, Nickel. Pepsi basically encouraged price-conscious consumers to buy a drink that was double the volume of cola, of their biggest competitor. And now what I'd actually like to do is just play the jingle. The jingle is arranged in a way that loops and creates a never-ending tune. And we actually recreated this jingle. So here it is, done by our own Devin Hanley.
Ooh, so the problem is when you asked me to do this, I actually thought that you wanted me to write a song about Brad's drink, Pepsi's real name. Come on down and sip on Brad's drink. He wants to know just what you think. He'll swallow you whole, this ain't no Coca-Cola. Come and put your lips on Brad's drink.
So,
So a couple things I'd like to unpack there.
Okay.
So first of all, I think that sums up who Pepsi is right there. That they were they were really looking towards the price conscious consumers. So people who were essentially too cheap to buy Coke is what it was, right?
We're talking about the Great Depression when everybody was too cheap to buy a Coke.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
But you know what? This is perfect because once again, here's the synonymous thing that we're like that lines up right up with Taco Bell. Maybe this is the answer, right? Because, I mean, I basically say this every episode, but like, I think the reason you go to Taco Bell is because you're price conscious.
Yeah.
And so if Pepsi was being price conscious too, they're like, hey, let's link up. And we're gonna be price conscious together, baby.
Go get your
Friends.
cheap taco and wash it down with some Brad's drink.
Is all of it actually worked? Because between 1936 to 1938, Pepsi's profits fucking doubled, and honestly, that's around that's when they started becoming a humongous conglomerate.
Hey, boom, nickel, baby.
Hey, nickel. So as Pepsi began to grow and get larger, a small operation in Tennessee led by some brothers, the Hartman brothers actually, they began to bottle the original recipe for Mountain Dew. And I don't know if you guys had read this, but the original recipe for Mountain Dew was so it could be cut with moonshine. You know what I mean? So it could be a chaser and a mixed drink for moonshine. And this was in 1958. No, excuse me. This was in the this was in the 30s. And in 1958, Mountain Dew was actually the formula was reworked, and it was sold to PepsiCo just a couple years later.
That's awesome. So moonshine so Mountain Dew was originally meant as like a mixer for your moonshine.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why it's called Mountain Dew.
That makes so much sense. And like, one of the things that Mountain Dew has their like throwback can now with like the old prospector on it. That makes so much more sense now.
Yeah.
That dude was just getting fucked up on a mountain somewhere, drinking, mixing his fucking country hooch with some fucking sugar water. Fucking genius.
Yeah, it's amazing. It really is. And it's always cool because it's always like two brothers. So lastly, we're going to go ahead and get into the history of Doritos. Now, Doritos was created by Casa de Frito in Disneyland in Anaheim, California. Yeah, what they were doing is they were using the surplus tortillas. They would like cut them up. They would fry them, add some basic seasoning, and they essentially wanted the chip to resemble chilaquiles. I think it's the way it's pronounced, chilaquiles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but just a dry version. And it was a humongous success. Have you guys tried the original Doritos?
I think I've had it though. I mean, I've had most Doritos. Like I love all Doritos, so I've probably had it, but I didn't know that was the original.
Yeah, well, in 1966, they actually went nationwide. And then in 1967, Frito-Lay's and Pepsi, they merged, and the rest was history. Yeah.
So that was the first big corporate collusion then was Pepsi and Doritos. And then Taco Bell along the way got kind of included and absorbed.
Yeah, essentially.
Right on.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And the thing is I didn't know that Doritos, that Frito-Lay or Casa de Frito started in Disneyland. Like that kind of like tripped me out because it's like two humongous corporations just, I don't know, doing their thing. It was awesome.
I feel like I'm surprised, like from everything today, that a lot of this happened in Southern California. It seemed like a lot of these like like I think you mentioned a couple other, one of them in Downey, California. It seems like Southern California had a lot to do with the up and coming of these.
Yeah, I agree with you. California is the best, is probably the best state. I agree with you, Devin.
Well, I didn't say that.
No, I agree
but
with you. I wholeheartedly agree with you.
let's just say one of the best things California's done is bring together the holy trinity of Taco Bell, Doritos, and
Yeah. And I mean, this basically formed a long relationship between all three. And as you'll see, actually, because KFC also did the same thing. So the Doritos Loco Taco walked, so the KFC Cheeto sandwich can run. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let's talk about the Baja Blast, because that is easily the best drink that's ever, I would say, ever come out exclusively for a fast food restaurant. You know, so
yeah, I mean, yeah, totally true. I was looking up some stuff, and I came across the statistic, and they did a study, and like 75% of soda drinkers said it was a major factor in them, the Baja Blast, in them actually deciding to go to Taco Bell.
Really?
See, I didn't know that. That's insane, but it makes complete sense.
I would say more than any other item too, that we've seen kind of feedback from in Bell Nation, the Baja Blast is definitely like the most talked about. I see, like from every post, from every group that we're in, it seems like people really, really dig Baja Blast.
Oh yeah, it's either that or the cheesy Gordita crunch, you know. So in 2004, Mountain Dew and Taco Bell got together and chemically engineered a product that would not only taste good by itself, but when paired with Taco Bell, it would just be elevated. And those are real facts. Like, they actually engineered this exclusive soda to taste better with Taco Bell. And I would say
see when you say that though, and you haven't tried the Baja Blast, it makes it sound like it's going to be some sort of like salty, cheesy soda, because it's like,
this is a beefy soda.
Yeah, like it goes good with a taco. So I don't know.
Yeah, well, I think you can compare it to Coke at McDonald's. You know, McDonald's famously calibrates its own machine specifically for Coke, so it tastes better. But what they did is it just blows my mind that they chemically engineered this flavor to taste better with Taco Bell, and it does. It makes every experience with Taco Bell so much better.
I mean, the Baja Blast is super unique as a drink. It really is.
Is technology at its finest, at its absolute pinnacle.
Yeah, those are big facts. So in early 2014, rumors started going around that the Baja Blast would start hitting store shelves. Now, those rumors were later confirmed by Big Bell because they actually selected a few stores and ran it for a limited time. It was a humongous hit. You know, have you guys tried the canned Baja Blast?
I haven't. I've considered buying it, but I have not yet.
No,
but I've considered it.
I'm a few years ago, I like slowed down on my soda consumption for sure. So like that has a lot to do with it for me.
Same here.
Well, I've definitely tried it several times. I've been known to get several cases of Baja Blast when they'd come out, and it's not the same as going to a Taco Bell, because whenever you go to Taco Bell, you're not just getting the Baja Blast, you're also getting like $30 worth of items. But it is still really, really good.
Who are you buying for? Is that for a wedding?
You know what? I don't need to be judged.
I wonder.
What I spent $30 on is for me, okay?
I wonder if Baja Blast still tastes good if you cut it with moonshine.
Oh, shit.
It has to.
I'm sure it does.
Yeah, I'm sure, Carl. That's just like, it tastes good with the taco, but it also, I mean, it doesn't lose its identity as a Mountain Dew product.
True. And actually, so once they did that limited store run, they ran it again in 2015 for 10 weeks, starting in March. And that's another case where everyone absolutely loved it. So what Taco Bell started doing is basically doing like the seasons. And so really at the beginning of the year, they would release Baja Blast, and they'd only release it for about 10 to 15 weeks. So 4 years ago, Mountain Dew did the Decision 2016 promotional campaign. And what that basically involved was fans would go on Twitter, they would vote for their favorite flavors by using the hashtag Decision. Now, the winner would permanently be on shelves. And they pitted the Mountain Dew Pitch Black against the Baja Blast. And by teeny tiny small margins, Pitch Black won.
Lame.
A mistake. A huge mistake.
Yeah.
What's up, Belle Nation?
What do you like? Your poop being purple? Is that what you really want? Because that's what Pitch Black did. If I'm remembering correctly, that was a huge thing, was that Pitch Black like made people's poop purple.
Yeah, you're so right.
And what was that even, like a grape flavor? Was it like a grape soda? It was fucking lame. And Mountain Dew.
Yeah, it's some shit like that.
But Mountain Dew has had like Code Red. Is that still around? Is Code Red Mountain Dew?
I believe Code Red is still around. I believe so.
That shit is
They
fire
have like
too.
the craziest flavors, bro.
They do.
Mountain
They
Dew.
have like Gamer Fuel. They have so many things.
Have y'all had that? Are we gonna talk about the lightning one?
Yeah, we can talk about it.
The lightning, the yellow lightning something flavor. That shit is. I had that shit at KFC, and that shit tastes like urine.
Yeah, we had it together.
Oh God, it's fucking awful, bro.
Yeah, isn't that the one we had when we were picking up that couch?
Yeah, that's right. When we were, I was helping you guys move that couch that day. Yeah. So when we went into KFC, Nora had, I remember she had like got me a KFC bowl that day, and I was like, yeah, thanks. And and we tried that shit, and like I for sure did not finish that. Like,
it was not good. We like dumped it out instantly.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, it's not good. But you know, the thing about Mountain Dew is a lot like Taco Bell. They take risks. You know what I mean? And all you can do is tip your hat to that. You know, like, hey, thanks for giving it a try. Thank you for also knowing that it didn't work. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, science. You know, science and chemistry. Sometimes you got to roll the dice. You know. I don't know.
Exactly.
It's clearly not organic, so we're not going in that direction. But you know, science, it could be a big hit, or it could be a disaster.
Yeah. So Mountain Dew and Taco Bell would actually collab again, and they would release 6 drinks in 2013 exclusively for Taco Bell, and one of them was the Sangria. Do y'all remember that, the Sangria?
Oh God, yeah. Yeah,
I didn't think it was that bad.
I remember seeing it. I didn't try it. I generally veer away from anything sangria. The flavor is just
I like
so gross.
Sangria. It's good.
But yeah, I that's just too much for me. That's just like too fruity. I like Mountain Dew because it's simple. Mountain Dew Simple has like just a couple of ingredients, like usually orange.
Yeah, just a couple of ingredients to chemically to be chemically engineered.
Let's just say a couple different flavors. Too much happening in the sangria for me.
Yeah, well, the Sangria, it didn't garner the same reception as Baja Blast, obviously, and it was actually replaced by the Mountain Dew Lemonade, and that shit was bad.
Yeah, yeah, that shit made my stomach hurt like really.
Just
bad.
for anybody listening, Mountain Dew makes bad soda. In case you haven't figured that out.
Yes, Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew, great. Mountain Dew, great for cutting moonshine. Not great for your general health.
Yes, and actually, fun fact about Mountain Dew: the Mountain Dew Baja Blast Freeze is the most popular freeze ever released at Taco Bell.
Naturally, what else would be number one? I mean, there's anything.
There's the Sangria freeze or the pineapple freeze or whatever they're called.
They're good, but come on. They're never going to be number one. Like that's
true.
Do you know if the Sangria came out in response to the founding of the Cantina restaurants where they were spiking the drinks?
That's a good question.
Because that seems like one that would like I mean, I think we're going to have a whole episode about Taco Bell cantinas because there's a lot to talk about there. But all of those just sound like ways to kind of like incorporate maybe like moving towards having those as like a frozen cocktail. I don't know. That's sort of like what it sounds like to me.
What was the freeze that we got? Was it did I get the spiked Baja Blast?
I think it was Baja Blast and vodka. Yeah.
What? That's what they had. I know you can get like a margarita or something, something with like a little bit of tequila, but like, dude, what?
Yeah, I had a Baja Blast freeze with vodka, and it was banging.
Damn, that sounds super fire. I mean,
yeah, I think we talk about it. We've talked about it every single episode so far.
But the Baja Blast is like clearly number one. I think it took it away for like 2 years from 2016 to 2018. But in 2018, what was crazy was I found out like the on Twitter, it got like the hashtag bring Baja Blast back was like widely like it was like circulating like all over social media, and like the president of marketing like had estimated that like 30,000 tweets had been sent to the company requesting that the soda be made available in cans and bottles, bro. Like,
hey, that's better than the 26 in that fucking Crunch Wrap, spicy chicken Crunch Wrap group.
Yeah, bro. So like people fucking love the Baja Blast. So if you haven't had it, like you gotta go. Obviously, next episode when you're dialing it up and the queue is loading, make sure you have a nice ice cold Baja Blast trickling down your throat.
So now let's talk about the thing I've been really looking forward to talking about, and that is the Doritos Locos Taco.
Woo, and again, one of the best fast food creations of all time.
Of all time. All right. I just want to say up front that the Doritos Loco Taco is the most successful, if not one of the most successful fast food innovations ever created.
Ever.
Yeah, it is the perfect amount of everything. You know what I mean? Like it calls back to all of the of eating Doritos, of eating Taco Bell. You know what I mean? It's just the perfect amalgamation of both companies, and it sings to my heart.
Yeah, it's like Simon and Garfunkel's Bridge Over Troubled Water. It's just like the ultimate camaraderie.
It is like Miley Cyrus and Hannah Montana, the best of both worlds.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Taco Bell had released this product in 2012, and in 2012, it sold more than 1 billion units. A fucking billion units. That was, yeah, and in the first 10 weeks, like I read that it sold like over like 100 million. It's crazy, you know.
Can't
now Big
keep
Bell
them on the shelves. America came running for them.
Yeah, so because of the demand, Big Bell actually had to hire an estimated 15,000 workers, and Doritos had to add 4 more production lines in its factory just to meet the demand. So we wanted it, and we wanted it bad.
Do you remember, like, I forget who it was that won that was in the World Series that year, but there was this thing where Taco Bell put like a Doritos advertisement like outside of the stadium, and if somebody hit the ball outside, hit a home run, and it went outside of the stadium, and by some miracle hit this Doritos icon, Taco Bell was going to give a free Locos Taco to everybody in America. You remember that?
What? No,
yeah.
That's such an amazing promotion.
Yeah, I mean, it was like a crazy, like there was like it would have taken like an absolute like fucking like Babe Ruth would have had to hit that thing, or like it was like a 1 in a million shot, but still it was like everybody in America could have gotten a Doritos Locos Taco.
You know what they did though, for like when quarantine really like hit and set in, they were doing free Doritos Locos. You could get one. Anybody could get a free Doritos Locos every Tuesday for like 8 weeks, bro. Did y'all remember that?
So Taco Bell isn't only our favorite fast food restaurant, it's a humanitarian organization.
Taco Bell is for the people, baby. It's for the people.
It's doing the Lord's work.
Amen. Yes, God. So, like, bro, it is so, like, that's fire though, right? Like, when I first heard about that, dude, I went to Taco Bell dead ass every Tuesday for like 7 weeks in a row.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's
Is that,
awesome. So
is that still a
every
thing?
person-
Do you just show up there and like, please, sir, I want some more? Like, is there a cutoff date for this?
Yeah,
God.
dude, it was every Tuesday for like a long time, and they would give one to every person in the car.
That's fine.
wow, that's amazing. Well, our hats off to you, you faithful Taco
Well,
Bell employees.
I guess you had to have a car, fucking Big Bell, catering to the elites, I guess.
That's hilarious. So it was discussed internally for a really long time. We're talking like 1992. That was when Taco Bell, a Taco Bell employee, pitched the idea of a Dorito shell as a taco shell, but it was denied by their VP of marketing, which was a terrible idea. I mean, could
Fuck
you
that guy.
imagine? Could you imagine us growing up with a Doritos Locos Taco? I would be like 500 pounds.
Big win.
Yeah, it was a humongous win. But luckily, one brave hero, he stepped up. He stepped up to the plate. He was the hero we needed. You know, we didn't even know it. This man's name is Steven Gomez, a product developer for Taco Bell. Now,
and let's just think about what this is. Steven Gomez is essentially responsible for convincing Taco Bell that they should just flavor their chips, the shell of their chips a little bit. That's essentially
no,
it.
he heard the idea and he was like, I can do something with that. Like, these dudes have been waiting far too long. All right, I'm the guy. Because this guy, he had a master's degree in food science from Rutgers University. He cut his teeth working for PepsiCo, so he was already in the company. And he specifically designed products for Gatorade and Sierra Mist, then ultimately joining Big Bell in 2006. So he had already worked for Taco Bell 6 years. He was 6 years in the game, you know what I mean, thinking outside the bun when they brought this up, and he was like, bet, I can do that. So when Steven first heard, heard the idea of making this crunchy shell taco out of Doritos, he was super stoked. He actually told Business Insider,
When the idea of the Doritos Locos Taco came out of a collaborative ideation with Frito-Lay, we immediately saw the potential, man.
and that's when he realized it was easier said than done.
The idea sounds really simple, but it has to be delivered on two fronts: the classic Taco Bell taste and the distinctive Doritos experience. Unlike a tortilla chip, taco shells can't break and have to be properly held together by taco ingredients.
So he initially thought that just seasoning the taco shell with the Dorito seasoning was it. Boom. You know what I mean? Done. But it was so much more than that, because he actually had they had a group taste it, and it just didn't hit their expectations. They know it just didn't hit their expectations. And I know what you're asking. What the bell happened?
It wasn't the caliber that the Taco Bell testers were looking for. I mean, come on.
As they're sitting in their porta potty environment test lab,
Yeah.
I think this ain't good enough.
Yeah. If I was Big Bell, I would just be like, shut the hell up. You're not complaining about shit. Like, do you want your free tacos or no?
And the funny part about all of this, they had to move their facility to Denver, Colorado to make this.
Oh, that's
Fuck yeah, bro.
that's not by accident.
Those crunchy shells, bro. Crunchy, festy shells, man.
That is by design.
There's crystals in the tacos, bro.
Well, those test tacos, they just didn't hit, what they were looking for. They were looking for the zesty taste of those Doritos and the crunchy texture that you'd expect from a Taco Bell shell. So customers wanted, to get they wanted to have like the cheese dust on their fingers after eating it. They just wanted the whole experience of eating a Taco Bell taco while eating a Dorito. You know what I mean? And I get it. But they tested. They did so many different tests. It they they actually tested 40 different recipes, and they even said one of the recipes is just spraying Dorito flavoring onto a shell, like spray painting a Dorito flavor onto a shell.
That organic Dorito paint.
I mean, it might not actually be paint, but it definitely came in a pressurized can. I think we can agree that probably happened.
So Steven felt like nothing works. Like he had no idea, this, conceptual taco would ever, come to fruition. So you know what he did? It sounds super easy. It sounds super simple in retrospect.
Not simple.
He made Doritos Loco shells out of the same corn masa used in Doritos.
Whoa.
Wow.
That's it.
It's an actual Dorito. It's the actual thing. It's like as close you can get to being a Dorito.
Wow.
Yes.
It's not just the seasoning, it's the literal corn masa. That's
yes.
So who would have thought?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like you don't need a master's degree for this. So he also he also discovered a process where he could evenly distribute the seasoning on the shell as well. Because another issue they were having with those shells is you'd have like a clump of Dorito seasoning here and a clump of Dorito seasoning there. So they just found the perfect system. And even after Gomez created the ultimate shell, he still had to design, production facilities that would make millions of them. And this was all worth it to Steven. He even said,
when we shared the idea with our customers, man, they loved it. I was blown away how immediately popular Doritos Locos tacos were.
So this immaculate taco became one of the most popular items in Big Belle's history, and Steven was eventually awarded the 2012 President's Award, the highest honor Taco Bell offers.
Wow.
Yeah,
Taco Bell's President Award.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's like first place is your spelling bee when you're a kid. There's like a high school diploma. There's like the Medal of Honor, and then there's the 2012 Taco Bell President. And it's because you know what? Some people, they come out in life and they live for themselves, and some people, they just want to take care of their family. But not Steven. Steven wanted to change the world.
I just think I'm picturing like right now, like Steven's Taco Bell President's Award, like on his mantle. And like when people come over to his house, they're like, hey, what is that for? He's like, oh, it's the President's Award. And they're like, oh my God. He's like, oh, well, the president of Taco Bell.
Yeah, no, I envision like a fucking gold taco shell. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Yeah, and in addition to the nacho cheese flavor, Big Belle also released the Cool Ranch Doritos Loco Taco and the Flamas Doritos Loco Taco. And we talked about it in the first episode, but the Doritos Loco Ranch Taco was discontinued like 2 years ago.
Man, which is not a good move. I don't get the ranch one's good, man. It's good.
I get it, but I don't think the ranch one just is as taco-y. I don't think it goes like the nacho cheese just fits in so perfectly with like beef and Taco Bell ingredients, whereas the Cooler Ranch, I said this in the first episode, like Cooler Ranch is the best Doritos flavor, in my opinion. It's the best Doritos flavor.
But it doesn't roll here, bud. All right.
But it doesn't translate well over to holding beef and lettuce and tomato and sauce.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I agree with that as well.
And I think I know you just said it, but I don't remember who said it. But the nacho cheese, that definitely pairs really well with like taco seasoning. as opposed to the Cool Ranch, even though the Cool Ranch was amazing.
And the flamas, I don't know. I have not tried it. I don't like the spicy chips. They're too much. They hurt my stomach.
It's the Connecticut blood. It's the Connecticut blood.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm gonna get the Bee Gees, it's gonna be through something like that. That's like the difference between Bee Gees and no Bee Gees for me.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't take much. You know, when you're from Connecticut, it's like if it's spicier than like mayonnaise, I mean, you're in trouble.
This water has lemon in it. Ooh, it's giving me the Bee Gees.
No, I think the Flamos was cool though. I mean, once again, I think it like when you change it up and you give people like options, man. Fuck yeah, like let's run it. I think the Flamos was good, and a lot of people did like to order. A lot of people's their favorite, I think, from what I know. You know, because people like there's a lot of people in Texas that just love spicy food, bro.
Yeah, because
like,
the Flamos was like the. Do you guys remember was it the volcano? Doritos Locos Taco?
Yeah, basically the same thing.
Yeah,
and
so
to me, like I could enjoy it too, because like I don't, you guys know I'm like not super on the spicy, but like I can hang in there and have one or two of those. Like it wasn't too bad.
That's that German blood.
It was still good in there. That what?
That's that German blood.
But like it's good, man. I don't know. I think I mean the Doritos Locos are like they're awesome. I mean I was listening to the video and talking about like how the flavor receptors in your mouth and like the biology behind how it actually compels us to want more of them. I was like,
yeah, they
brilliant.
like specifically targeted specific taste buds, so you want more. It's just the ingenuity and the food science it actually takes to genetically engineer a soda and then also genetically engineer a taco is insane to me.
Yeah, and it's even designed in a way that if you don't, your body won't actually tell you when you've had enough. Which is crazy, right?
Oh, I know.
oh, it'll tell you.
Yeah,
so
there's a limit.
Steven earned that president award, baby.
Yeah, and I believe he's actually still working at Taco Bell.
He better be. We need the icons like Steven leading the charge on the innovation, the creativity.
A man of the people still works at a Taco Bell, just shaking hands, wrapping tacos, just goes home and fucking sits in his chair and looks at his president award there on the mantelpiece.
Takes a big old hit of his bong.
Just takes a big old hit of his bong.
Turns on his PS4.
Some of that nice legal Denver flour.
With a fridge full of Baja Blast.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, and he got the good shit. You know what I mean? He got the shit still from beakers. Inside of his bong, he has Baja Blast instead of water. So that is our show for today. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for listening. I'm your host, Nick Ortiz. Follow us on Instagram at Cheesy Gordita Bunch _. Follow us on Facebook, and then of course listen to us on all platforms: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and SoundCloud.
Cool. Yeah. Thanks for listening. Devin Hanley. Look up Devin on Instagram at Devin P Hanley. Keep listening to the show. Keep giving us feedback, Belle Nation. We love hearing your thoughts on the shows and what we can be doing. And thanks for listening and giving us something to do here.
Yeah, and actually, quick shout out, to some fans, people who have been listening from the day one. Logan, we see you, we hear you, dog.
Yeah, Logan,
welcome to Belle Nation. Graham, welcome to Belle Nation. Man, yeah, and everyone else who's been there these past 3 episodes. Welcome to Belle Nation.
And I'll just end with please, guys, like, comment, share. Spread the word. If you enjoyed this, that means somebody else will as well. Someone else near you will as well. So share it, like, comment, share. Like I said, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all the platforms there. And like Nick said, we are on Spotify and iTunes. So please send that link to somebody. Hey guys, I love this podcast. If you get some time, dive into it. Give it a few minutes. But follow me on Instagram, YABOI112, your boy 112. And stay plugged in with us. We got more great content coming. I'm super excited about it. So, man, come on this ride with us. We're having a good time.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hey, thanks for listening to the Cheesy Gordita Bunch. And live mas. Hi, Mark. Hi, Jane.
Holla.